Speaking of scandals, I guess one that won't die. Well, first of all, we have a good Netflix. Speaking of Netflix,
What
too,
is
and
dead
shows
may never die.
Yeah, October 27th, I think, the Untold series with Stalions himself comes out, which just sounds like a fake.
October 27th?
August 27th.
Oh, I think you said
October. It's right before. Yeah,
What,
they want to get it out before
like
the
in
season.
his basement like yesterday, and they got it all filmed.
Well, I think I haven't seen one of them before. Are they an hour long, or how long are those things?
They're like an hour and a half.
Like, I didn't watch the Swamp Kings one, but
Swamp Kings is like 4 episodes.
Oh, damn! Watch that.
August 27th, they're gonna drop it. It's basically a Stallion sit down.
But I've been watching. I watched the Hard Knocks and Hard Knocks Bears. I kind of want to watch the Hard Knocks Bears now that I have Max.
You got Hard Knocks fever.
Yeah.
So, and then to piggyback off that, we got some. I feel like it really felt like a PTSD moment. I don't want to go down the road of last year. I refuse to let myself do it because it was just waking up in cold sweats, or just you felt the anxiety and annoyance grow as you saw each Pete Thamel ESPN leak. But this time it was a Dan Murphy Pete Thamel collab, and we got some for the Stallions thing.
No, Swamp Kings.
Oh yeah, it's under called like Untold Sports Stories. Anyways, get the notification. Another ESPN tell-all. Essentially, it's just like, this isn't going away. Sherrone Moore's on the hot seat now. He deleted 52 or 53, whatever, text messages with Connor Stalions the day the news dropped. He did.
Cheater.
Yes.
He did.
Cheater.
It was interesting. He did end up recovering them and sent them to the NCAA. So, like, they didn't disappear. They were a part of the investigation.
They were in the cloud, in the iCloud. Does anybody know what the cloud is?
Where's the cloud?
I saw that clip of. Are you talking about Kamala Harris? I saw that clip. It was so funny. Oh,
Grant, happy birthday.
Okay. Anyways, but then I watched a clip on Get Up.
Get Up
with Feinbaum.
Dude, if you listen to Paul Feinbaum's opinion,
and Pete Thamel though, and he doesn't like us. I know he doesn't.
Pete Thamel is getting paid by the big bucks. Well, this is what happens. Blue Wall is not viable for nationwide. You still have the Blue Wall for the Detroit Free Press, and the Detroit News will give you the Blue Wall, but nationwide they won't give it to you.
Right.
Everybody loves a crash and burn more than they like to build up. You got your build up. You won a national championship. Everybody wants that to crash and burn now.
No. They're too big to fail.
Nope.
They're too big to fail.
I mean, that's not totally wrong. They are not going to like go away. They make too much money for the sport.
They're too big to fail.
They're not going to SMU the team because that'd be crazy.
Nobody's ever going to get SMU.
What if they did?
Again. But nobody's getting. I don't think they're going to get Miami Hurricanes either.
What if I told you?
What's
the Miami Hurricane? I don't know enough about what their punishments were.
I mean, they got scholarships and like a shit ton of scholarships taken away from them.
Maybe they do that.
I mean, do they get? They don't get as bad as Penn State either.
No, Pete. Well, I don't know. Pete Thamel, the hater that he is, it was reassuring to hear him say that he doesn't. He thinks maybe a little bit of a suspension, probably a big fine. But he said like any vacating or like going retroactively, he doesn't see them doing based on this.
Yeah, Thamel said their national championship safe.
Yeah, plus because the president of the NCAA, Charlie Baker, said they want it fair and square. So that kind of put them in a shoebox where like there could be lawsuits if they try to do that. And then like, well, your president said.
President said that during the season, right? Like right after the season. He didn't say
right after the championship. Right after the championship.
He hasn't said that recently. The investigation was still ongoing. My biggest takeaway from this, obviously we know Michigan was cheating and they had this whole scandal. Now it just proves of like how high it was actually going up within the Michigan program.
Jim
at the time,
he was raised in a family that does not lie.
You can say that.
But it just proves that how high it was going up and who actually knew Connor Stalions in the program. Because you could have always done the what if. You could have always played the other side of it. Like, well, he probably only talked to like GAs and small assistants. Well, this is your
everybody besides Jim.
This is your offensive coordinator deleting text messages with Connor Stalions. And it seems like Connor Stalions is more on like the defensive side from like pictures and from small reports. But obviously, if he's scouting a team, you scout offense and defense. And I would think it's more beneficial for the defensive side than the offensive side.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah, feels right.
Because if you knew the offensive play, I think it's more beneficial than if you knew the defensive play, I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a small, dumb football coach, but I would just assume it's more beneficial.
Well, you're big.
It's more beneficial for the defensive side.
The only really things on my mind are, does he miss the Texas game? I mean, you don't want him to have to miss the Texas game.
Oh my God, Wink's running out of the Michigan tunnel as the acting head coach. For the
Wink Martindale. Get out of here.
If Wink
like who gets named?
Steve Sarkisian, that would be incredible. I would sign up for the risk that Wink Martindale would take down Steve Sarkisian. That would be so
and
good.
Wink Martindale cries like Sherrone Moore died.
Wink would be old school. He probably would say like something regrettable in the post game. Like, he probably would be like double birding people off the field.
Because who else would do it? I mean, who's the offensive coordinator right now?
Kurt Campbell, potentially.
I mean, Wink's the most experienced guy.
Probably do Wink and let Kurt call the plays still, so he doesn't worry about head coaching duties. That'd be sick. I'd be down for that. Because you think if they suspend him, it's not going to just be 1 week. They probably have to do the Texas game to pretend like they care.
I would 100% agree with you.
First 4 weeks. That's what I've been told.
First 3.
I mean,
3 is a good number.
Urban Meyer got suspended, right?
Yeah.
How many
4 games?
Harbaugh got suspended and then came back and suspended again last year. Holy shit. And you guys won a national championship.
Harbaugh shouldn't even get to be the head coach for that team. He only coached like 8 games of 14, 15.
Oh, he got to come back for the last 3, which were, the biggest 2. He was there.
Who'd you guys play in the Big Ten championship?
Iowa.
They didn't score a point.
Did you guys hear that
music or no?
I heard it as soon as you started talking about it. I can hear it.
I'm gonna shut the window.
You're jamming out.
That is insane. It's 9:30. Anyways,
but we did get a little beneficial that just confirmed that it was Connor Stalions on the Central Michigan sideline too.
I was gonna ask you, what is your guys' punishment for them? What would you like to do to Central Michigan for their involvement in that?
Fine them. They have to
ban their football program forever.
And you never schedule Central Michigan in any sporting event from here on out until like 50 years from now. Like, we finally just like, oh yeah, we'll play you again. But we're all freaking 80 years old.
Apology too.
I think they should have to play us.
Mm-hmm.
Third strings and walk-ons only.
I like that.
And we run it up and we win like 120-0.
It'd be no beneficial for it.
And they have to pay us the money for that game that they cheated last year back.
Plus interest.
I think they have to
during
pay us.
that. Yeah, they need to pay us that and then come play with their walk-ons, and then we win by 100,000.
I don't want to play them. I just don't want. I refuse to play them in any sporting event. Not just football, because football, you can play anybody. Central Michigan wouldn't bat an eyelash about that.
Well,
but like any sporting event. So now you're forcing like Central Michigan, like travel situations. Okay, you have an easy out with an hour bus ride.
Never liked Central.
I want somebody on that. Somebody on that staff needs to be fired too, because it's not just.
They did fire a few guys before their
McElwain.
camp started.
McElwain deserves to be suspended.
Feeder program.
It's a feeder program for Michigan.
I would like to see their AD hand Alan Haller a gigantic check of the money and then like take a photo op. It's a hilarious photo op.
Like, you got freaking Michigan graduates on Central Michigan's board, so like nothing severe is going to happen.
I saw a great tweet, a great smack talk tweet. And if you're a Michigan fan, you didn't laugh at this, then you just have no sense of humor. Someone said, "Damn, tough day for Michigan fans. Their favorite program's in trouble and their alma mater's in trouble as well."
That's a good one. That is a good one.
So good.
How many Michigan grads are in your Michigan Med chat? This is live on the podcast.
We've already done this. There's
how many Michigan grads are in your Michigan chat?
We're 0. It's Central, Grand Valley.
Say that again.
Michigan State, ironically.
Yeah.
Saginaw, Butler, and Ferris.
Paris.
It's a good mix.
It's a good mix of Michigan Wolverines right there. Michigan Madness, they call them.
But in terms of like actual
that comment.
I guess we just see what happens, but I really like I said, I'm going to read the articles because it is one of the craziest stories in college sports history, but I just can't get that worked up after how last season ended. Like, I don't. When I was in it, I was in it, but now I just don't really care. Because we've had this discussion. If they even take away, they vacate it, like, it doesn't change what I watch.
It would hurt you, but
no,
you
still
experienced it. Maybe not you.
I don't think it would hurt.
Michigan Twitter would be upset.
It would open up jokes, but it's like I was there. I saw it. I watched it.
You did, yes. You were there.
They fired his ass. So interesting.